I'm Susan, and I'm so glad that you chose me to take a lesson. Tell me about you and your name, please.
Faye.
Faye?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I just want to learn how to hit a ball.
You want to learn how to hit a golf ball?
Uh-huh.
Tell me about your age, Faye.
Oh, I'm 66.
Let me tell you something. That is too awesome for words. I know how you feel because I started pretty late in life, and I'm excited that you're wanting to hit a golf ball. That is awesome. What other kind of hobbies do you have?
I like to do inside things, and I like to garden. I like to do, needlecrafts and stuff like crafts and things like that.
So have you ever taken a lesson before?
No, I haven't.
Ah.
But I played basketball, I've played softball, tennis, I've done everything, but I haven't done.
Well, Faye, that's pretty special. Were you pretty young when you did the outside sports?
Yeah.
Oh, that's just awesome. Okay, so now that you're a young 65, tell me about how you feel your body's moving. I know when you played softball, it worked pretty well. How's it feeling now?
Well, of course, stiffer and older.
Stiffer and older.
And I do have a little bit of issue with back and muscles and arthritis, but the more I move, the better off I am.
Okay.
So.
Well, let me take just a minute, to talk to you about equipment, because if you have arthritis, hold on just a minute, babe. I want to tell you just a little bit about how important equipment is. When you start thinking about long term, this club right here is a stiff shaft. It does not give for people that are older. This club right here is a very stiff shaft, so you have to consider equipment often. Now, let me tell you about this one. This is a graphite shaft, and it gives a little bit more. So a lot of women and a lot of people with arthritis will use the graphite shaft, okay? But for today, and there's all kinds of clubs to help you with distance. This is a 6-iron, but today, since you've never hit a golf ball, we're going to start with a wedge, which is much easier to get up. Okay? But now, of these 3 clubs, which ones do you think that you would choose being 65 and maybe dealing with a little bit of arthritis?
Probably the graphite one.
Okay, the graphite one would probably be a good choice. So when you get fitted or when you decide you want clubs, I can help you. You can go to a Golf Galaxy or someplace and it'll help you with that. Okay? Now, Faye, do you like organization? I mean, sometimes when I have somebody messing with my bag, I don't always know whether they're going to put my clubs in the right place. How do you feel about having things in exactly the right place?
I like to have things where I can find without having to dig through it.
What does your closet look like?
My closet's fine. My husband's
So opposites attract. Okay. All right. Well, today what I'd like for you to do is to warm up first. That's very important. There's 2 kinds of warm-ups. There's one where you actually move, and there's one static where you stay still. We're going to do a little bit of both.
Okay.
And always, even though it's a little bit of a windy day, not many people are out here, we're always going to have safety on our mind. I kind of always, when I hit a ball, look over my shoulder and make sure. Okay? But let's warm up first together. Okay, now this is one of my favorite warm-ups. What I do is I just swing like an elephant. Oh, you're not. Yes, you can. That's great. That's great. Now I'm going to ask you to do 2 more things. Your right foot, I want you Okay, neuropathy in your legs. Okay, so you don't have that feel. But now I want to give you a really good hint. You see these people on TV, and they're hitting the ball straight and long. We're not thinking about that because I've got good news for you. There are so many playable ball flights made. You could get to the green in the same amount of strokes as somebody else eventually. But the playable ball flight is not what we're going to be concerned with right now. But you don't have to look like one of those pros. You're out here having a good time and enjoying yourself. Okay? So what I'd like for you to do, and I don't want you to hurt yourself or anything like that, but remember the exercise that we did? What I'd like for you to do is do that, and I want you to, that's good. Get that left foot up. I love that. Great. All right, now the one thing that I want to talk to you the most about is a pre-motion activity. We always think about the ultimate is getting it up in the air and over, but there's a lot of things we have to consider before we even hit the ball. Now, one of the things that I noticed when you did that was there's three things about the hold that's very important. One of them is placement, and your placement was here. So you don't get very much control out of the ball because this fade is so important. This is your connectedness to the ball. It's like this club is extending your arms. Alright? Now, do you have any questions so far?
Exactly how do you hold it with your hands?
Okay, I like your questions. Now, would you be content today if we hit 5 balls and you got 3? All right, so our goal today, our short-term goal would be 3 out of 5. Well, we're going to figure out that the hold might help you with that. All right. Now, one of the things is position, and position is important that your hands are together because it gives you strength. All right. Now, what I'd like for you to do, may I have this club, is to hold out your right hand. Okay, and we are going to take this, and I need to see your knuckles. There you go. Okay, and then I want you to take your left hand and put it really close to your left hand is going to be on top.
On top. Okay.
On top. That a girl. Now, does that feel a little stronger than what you had a while ago?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to continue with that swing. And that a girl. Get that left foot up. Now, remember the clap that we added? That's going to be the ball when you hit it. Okay? Now, the next thing I want you to do is square up with me. Do you see your left foot? Okay? All right. Now, what I'd like for you to do is to try and hit 5 balls, and let's see what happens. Now, this is not your short-term goal. I just want to watch you make a swing, okay?
Okay.
All right. Today, because it's so wet, and oftentimes when someone is a sweet age, I think with arthritis, it's better to practice teeing up anyway. Okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to just put your left hand a little closer to your right, because placement and position are very, very important. Okay? So, do you remember this?
Yeah, how far back do I go?
Okay.
Swing.
All right, let's talk about that in just a minute. Okay?
Okay.
Good question.
Am I the right distance from it?
Okay? Let's talk about that in a minute. I just want to watch you hit the ball and my mouth is closed. Okay, there you go. Good.
That wasn't too good.
It was just fine. Okay, go ahead. Faye, you just achieved one goal. Did you see that? Get it up? Now that hold, how does that feel?
That feels fine.
Okay, good. All right, let's try. This is your third one. Let's try it again. Ah, Faye, you know what I love? I love the way you're turning into the ball with that right foot. That's so important. And that warm-up was helpful, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Nice. Okay. Now let's talk about some of the questions that you had.
Okay.
All right. Ask me your questions again.
Okay. How far do I swing?
About an inertia machine or not. Do you remember those balls that you let one go? It hit a ball.
Oh, yeah.
You remember those?
Uh-huh.
It always went this distance back
Uh-huh.
and this distance forward.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so what I want you to do today is to think, and it's called a follow through. What I want you to think of is ever how far you go back is the same distance you go forward. Okay? And then we're going to get comfortable with hitting the ball. Okay?
How far from the ball should I?
Should you be?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, what I'd like for you to do is put the ball in the middle of your stance. May I have your club? All right. Do you see that? Do you feel like you're in the middle?
Not exactly.
All right. Then that's what I want you to do. That's perfect. Your stance is now in the middle of the ball. Okay? Now, extend your right hand. You're looking good so far. Let's see your knuckles. There you go. Okay, and
Am I at, how far from the ball this way?
from the ball this way. All right, that has a lot to do with comfortableness, but we're going to try this right now because you look like you're in a good place. Okay, go ahead and try it again. Okay. Now, I'm going to add one more thing to this. What I'd like for you to do is to come straight back to here. And then I want you, when you follow through, Faye, I want you to try to hit pink to pink. Okay? All right? Okay? Now, you're bending nicely like a bow, right? You're bowing, okay? All right.
I feel like I'm leaning back and forth.
You do? Okay, then step back a little bit with your stance because you're right. Balance is extremely important, okay? All right, go ahead. Nice. That was beautiful. And I like the way you came out toward this pink, okay? All right, let's try another one. Okay. Faye, you are getting the feel of the ball. I really like that. Okay. Oh, what a beauty. Okay. You are getting it up, Faye. Now, what do you think would happen? The equipment's really important. We've talked about the hold. What do you think would happen if we come a little farther up? Now, I will tell you, and this is jumping way ahead, but you said, how far do I go back? We want you to have a full swing today. Try to. So you're getting a good feel for timing and rhythm. But what I want you to do is try to bring it all the way up. All the way up.
All the way up.
There you go. And there are several things. We're doing a full swing. Try to do a full swing today. But there's also a 3/4 swing, a half swing, and right now, this minute, you're doing a 1/4 swing to try to get that feel. Okay? So, what we'd like for you to try to do is go ahead and take a practice swing. That's good. I really like the way you're pulling that foot up and you're basically letting your shoulder push you through. Okay? All right, let's try that and see. Wow, that was awesome. Now you might sit there and say, well gosh, that didn't go quite straight. Number one, it's windy, but Faye, it was a beautiful shot. How did you feel about that?
It felt good.
It did feel good. Okay. All right. How do you feel in your shoulders back right now?
Pretty good right now.
Okay. All right. If we need to take a break, we can. Okay.
Oh, I'll let you know.
All right. That's good. That's good.
Because I've had.
Oh my goodness, Faye, that was awesome. All right. Now, let me switch out tees. This time, what I'd like for you to do is to, since it's going a little bit left, I'd like for you to swing through the left to the right with the pink, but also try to go through toward the other pink and try to do a full swing. Okay? My goodness. Faye, that is just awesome. Okay, so you understand how hold is important to the connectedness of the ball. It affects your balance and your angle of approach. It affects your centerness of contact, because what we want to do is hit right in the middle in a sweet spot. Okay? All right? Go ahead and try it again. Faye, did you see how much that went straighter? Because you're making an effort to go toward the pink. Okay? Now, do you think you're ready to try to see if you can reach your goal of 3 out of 5?
Yeah.
Okay, here comes number 1. How did that feel?
That felt good.
Oh,
It was straighter too.
it did. And I like the way you're turning that foot. Your body's basically going toward the target, which is what we worked on eventually. Your balance is good. You're trying to move out toward the pink tee.
Ooh, that one was bad.
All right, there was a different timing, which is another lesson, but don't get excited. You're doing just fine, okay? Okay?
I did better when I wasn't trying to do fast.
Well, that's true. You were. So I don't mean to add pressure to you at all, okay? Nice. And that one went really straight.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. That was you've done 2 out of 3 so far. That's awesome. Okay. Now, the difference between what you did before is that before we were rocking along and putting our foot up. The difference between what we did before and what that shot was that you actually went boom instead of keeping that rock and getting that right foot up.
Okay.
All right? Okay. Now, step back just a little bit, and just before you hit the ball, just take a practice swing. And a practice swing actually means to not hit the ball. So it's okay, you didn't know. I'll go ahead and that a girl. Okay. All right. Nice and beautiful. Beautiful swing. I'm going to change out your tee. Do you feel the difference in your swing and you're getting that foot up? Okay. Alrighty. Oh man, they make tees every day. I'm not worried about that. Okay. feel about your short-term goals? Do you feel that you've accomplished your goal of getting it up today?
Yeah, I was pleased that I even hit the ball.
Oh, really?
Because I haven't played, so
I've never played heavy.
and I see people swinging at it and not hitting the ball, and I figured that's what I'd do. I'd get out here and just swing and miss the ball every time.
Well, now tell me, when you hit the ball, did you actually listen for the ball? Or did you actually like the feel of the ball? Or did you want to know how far it went?
I have to make a choice.
You liked it all, did you?
Yeah, because I like the feel of it when you hit it solid.
Solid? You mean there's a sound to that?
Yeah, it feels like it to me.
Okay. Well, you know what? A lot of golfers go with how it sounds, and that's an awesome one. What I'd like for you to do, and this one doesn't even count, Faith. We're going to hit 3 more.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've met your short-term goal today?
I do.
Okay. Well, let's just hit 3 more and see what happens.
Okay. We're crazy, but it feels great.
Okay, and remember there is a playable ball flight, but do you know the difference between what you did just then? We talked about it earlier. Do you know the difference between what you did just then and what you did before? Remember this?
Yeah.
Was it this
No.
or was it this?
I was more out, you know.
Alright, now what I'd like for you to do, Faye, is to close your eyes, and I want you to see that pendulum that we talked about. Alright, you're doing it, and I like your balance. You can do it with your eyes closed.
Not much, because I lose my balance with having neuropathy if I close my eyes too long.
And that's important to know, okay? When your eyes are closed right now, your right foot is not going up. But, you know, when you close your eyes and your right foot should go up, you keep that head down because you're constantly concerned with that balance and that neuropathy. So, what I want you to do is imagine when you hit the ball, even though your eyes are not closed, I want you to imagine that they are. Because, you know what? I'm working on that balance and staying that way. Alright? When you practice, I always want you to put that right foot up. Good girl. Alright, good. Alright, now, let's try it again. See that grip? Excuse me, the hold. Alright, good. Okay. You might want to slide just a little bit.
This way?
That's right, because remember, where does the ball need to be?
Through the middle.
Through the middle, and you're trying to go back and out, okay?
And out.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. When you imagined that you were staying balanced, didn't that help a lot? Because what happens is, when you go up, you're losing your balance, okay?
Okay.
All right, and this is your last one for today. Beautiful. You know, when I took the pressure off of you, look what you did.
I know.
One more thing for good thing. I love that. That's awesome. Okay. All right. All right. You felt like you met your short-term goals. You feel like out of 5 balls you could get 3 up, and you did a lot more than that today.
Yeah.
Now that you've got a little taste of what I love. What's your long-term goals?
I'd like to really learn how to play and just, I think it would be fun. And I don't get out and do much of this stuff anymore, and Sherry and Anne Marie and all them, they have so much fun with it. I just would like to
play it too. Yeah. All right, well, I want to show you something. Your key word was, I don't get out much anymore. Now, there are a lot of golfers that I know that practice on the inside every single day. Hold on just a minute. You still feeling okay in your shoulders and your back?
Yeah.
Feel this.
Yeah.
Isn't that the softest ball? Well, let me tell you, a little strategy that you might want to work on. Keeping in mind your hold and how connected that is with you. Right arm, and then left. Putting it in the middle. At home, you can put this in the middle of your stance with a wedge. And I'm sure we can let you borrow one. And one of the things that you want to try to do is this ball, if you use your full swing and don't look up like you did, and use that imagination to get that ball up, one of the goals can be, can I get this ball up and can I hit it on the wall in the very same place?
Oh.
And it won't break a lamp or it won't do anything. Okay? I appreciate it. I'm glad you feel good about it.